Guys, before we get into today's video working on the GT350, I've got to remind you that 10 times entry starts tonight for the F-150 Whipple Supercharged plus $10,000 in cash. We are getting closer to the end of this giveaway and I am super pumped. Make sure you guys watch to the end of the video. We are going to give you guys a one-of-one piece of Lucifer, the GT350, that is going to be signed by yours truly, and we're only going to be giving this to someone who purchases within this 10 times entry period over the next few days. So with that being said, go to itsjustasix.com right now, grab your entries in to win this F-150, or just download our new app, It's Just a Six, on the App Store. Go grab yourself a shirt, some shorts, a hat. We've got all kinds of new products on the site. If you haven't been over there in a while, go check it out. But let's go ahead and jump into this video. Let's go.
You like that?
I loved that.
What day is it? Happy Thursday?
It's Friday, Daniel.
It's Friday?
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The gang is here, and today we are chopping up Lucifer. If you guys missed last video, this car, whenever we went and took it out racing, I'd say we were probably approaching nearly 180, maybe 200 miles an hour. And during doing so, we had a ton of lift going on to where it was literally, you can almost stick a hand inside of here at some points. It was lifting so heavily, so hard. So first thing that we're gonna do is we are actually about to get started removing all of the underhood shroud and everything, because this vent is coming out and we are gonna be replacing it with one that is gonna move a whole lot more air, and it should fit just like so. What that's gonna help do is help with heat extraction and air extraction as a whole. So much more air is gonna actually be able to flow past the front, being that it will have somewhere to go. So we should have better cooling, should help a ton with eliminating all the pressure that is underneath this hood right now, lifting it up. But just for double reassurance, as you guys see on the GT500, we've got these really nice hood pins from factory. We went with the same exact brand, got the same exact hood pins, but we're actually gonna relocate these in a little bit different spot on this car. So this core support has nowhere to mount it really. And the best place that we can find so far are these little spots here. Track Spec, who makes this hood vent, they actually have hood latches themselves that they installed that we saw some pictures of. And they use the same location, so I believe this is going to be okay. And you can put up a picture right now if you want, Dooney. But basically we mocked it up and set it all in place, and that's what it's going to look like. And we like how it sits, we like how everything's going. Hood pins are going to be able to be mounted in a good solid spot. The one thing that I am the most nervous about is that we are about to be cutting up a GT350's hood, but not only a GT350's hood, a GT350's hood painted in avalanche gray, which only came in 1 year on these cars and is extremely rare. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this install.
So, we need toothpaste.
Okay, let me drill these holes right quick and then I'll get some toothpaste.
That's what toothpaste is. The toothpaste is so that way you can put the hood pins in place and they mark on the bottom of the hood where they're touching, and then you know where to drill your holes.
So as you see, this is why I have Daniel and Nick here. I got some assistance today. Daniel's already done hood pins before. Step number one, we're gonna drill into the car where we think that basically, you slip this through your circle that you've already cut out. You'll slip it through, and this is like a sandwich plate under the bottom of the hood. And then this entire unit, once attached to the hood, will swing down with the hood as you close it, and you'll line it up being a professional, and all of a sudden, I'll be damned, it'll click into place and hold it from going anywhere. So the hood is actually gonna be held in place by our chassis here. I was like, what the, I don't even know what you would call. Yeah, literally.
That's cool.
So it will be a chassis mounted hood, and this is going to be extremely sturdy and stable. So yeah, we're gonna mount that one there. Let me go ahead and get on the other side, drill another hole, and we'll be good to drop the other one on and get started adding toothpaste to the top of our post, dropping down the hood, marking a spot for the center, drill a pilot hole, and then get started drilling circle saw holes. So a little bit nerve-wracking, but so far so good. Step one out of the way.
Also found out something really interesting you'll like. They actually did see that the hood lifting was a problem, and they
yeah. So on that car, it's literally a rubber seal. It looks like where these three holes are punched almost.
Well, this is also probably one of the first factory S550s that was fast enough to have.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Actually, that would make sense why they pointed the nose down so much more.
Yeah.
It fixes the hood lift.
That actually would make a lot of sense, dude. That's funny. So underneath here, they put these so that way, as you close the hood, it makes a complete tight seal between the headlight and the hood.
I'm actually noticing three things. They saw that problem, and I think they over-engineered it because they got one, They got the latches, 2. They've got these, 3. They've got this.
Yeah, actually, that's
All your problems.
yeah, that's all the same shit that we're doing pretty much on this car. Just a cool feature on this car that I thought was pretty cool to point out for sure. We will now apply toothpaste to the knob. Check it out, toothpaste is on my knob. All right, now we're gonna set down the hood. Okay, the most scary part, through the fucking hood. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Through the second layer. Oh yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, no return from here.
Then you really can't turn around. That one was just the one there.
I thought it was 2, but it's actually, would you say that this is the size we should use? 1.5? I think this is what it's gonna end up taking.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut here. 1.5.
okay. But remember, if you do that and then you gotta drill another one that's even bigger, you're not gonna have a pilot hole anymore.
Well, actually, if we did a 1 3/4 though, like you
It'll
were
give
saying,
room
it'd
for
be adjustments. Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need y'all here, because like we need reason, voice of reason here. I'm not that.
He's the
Voice
voice-
of action.
Yeah.
Voice of enthusiasm.
Here he goes, going through the top.
Oh my goodness, God. Lord, if you were, never mind. Full stop.
That's right. Give us some speed. Oh, you got one more layer to go through.
Being gentle with it.
There you go. I was gonna set an angle that way before you're good. Perfect. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
That's right. Drilling holes, boy. That was a clean one. Never seen you drill a hole that night.
Me either. So now this is basically the final step. On one side at least, we're gonna go ahead and draw. Oh, that was satisfying.
Wow,
It
that
fit
looks
perfect.
clean.
Here we go.
Yep. I'm holding it still. You might have to pull it out and get that.
First piece. Oh
Yeah.
no. I've grabbed it by the tape. It is hot though. Oh,
On his foot.
it did. It stuck. It stuck to me hand.
Wait, I have an idea. Do you want to have 2 layers of steel, or do you want to only clamp on the top one up here?
Definitely on the top one.
On the top one, while you still have this pilot
Oh,
hole, get a 3
good
inch.
point.
get
Yep,
a-
good
an
point.
inch
Good
bigger in
point.
diameter.
I wish we would have thought about that on the other one.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, get it.
This is not the way. Let's
I'm the most scared doing this than I've been on any other automotive project. You're distracting me.
There you go.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Yep.
That was
nice.
beautiful.
This is gonna be such a professional.
It really is. This is the most professional install I've done. I'm satisfied with this one. This is how normally everything goes with me. As long as 50% of it goes well, I'm satisfied. Whatever happens from here,
That's a dub.
that's a dub.
Past high school, it's our own grading scale.
the drum all over again.
I don't know about this. Yeah.
You want to switch spots?
Hey, why
yeah,
don't you
I
do
can
this
try it.
part with the Dremel?
Oh yeah, he's got it much better than I do.
Hot metal all over me.
No.
Oh, it's all so hot.
This was not a good idea.
It's beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm the one doing this.
No, it's okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Okay, let me get some pliers. Check me out, cuz. Check me out.
What you got? Oh, hi.
Okay, here we go. This is where we find out. This is where we find out. Did we do it right or did we mess it up? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hello.
They might be too low. Yeah, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
raise it back up.
Not enough pin lift?
Nothing.
No, not enough being Nick.
Not enough pin.
Straight up, it looks good.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Like,
Oh yeah, the most important thing.
Oh wow.
it do look good.
Damn, that does look great. Okay, so this one's perfect. That one just needs to come up some. So I'll go ahead and tighten this one down on this side while you adjust that one a little bit more if you would like.
Wow, it latched whenever you dropped it.
Well, both of them did.
Perfect. All right.
That is really sick. Let me try that again just to make sure that that functionality is like I'm thinking. All right, so I'm thinking that.
Oh,
Wow.
that's sick.
Oh my God,
both
they clamped them all.
Oh my God, Danny.
Good
Thank
install,
you,
buddy.
Nikki. Thank you. This is just what a beautiful time. Last thing on this quick latch install. Got to find the right Allen key, which is 3/32. What the hell? And then we're gonna take these and carefully thread them into the bottom of this collar, which is basically going to lock this collar from rotating counterclockwise.
You ready to do some weight reduction?
No, Danny, we have to tighten.
Oh, what?
Let's see, do they still latch upon closing? Yep.
Brother, let's do it.
Honestly, it's probably one of the best installs on the channel ever.
Yeah, Danny. Except for this spot where somebody.
Oh, going straight for it. Wow. No regards for consent.
All right. Step 1 is done for this install. Oh my God, that is so much metal to cut through.
One layer at a time.
Alrighty guys, so we are getting ready to install our center vent now that we've got the hood pins and everything down. Next, what we've got to do is remove the entire hood. So we've already gone ahead and removed the washer fluid little line off the bottom of the hood. Next up, we're just gonna remove 4 nuts and get this hood completely pulled off. So guys, would you mind holding each side of this bitch?
Of course.
Let me see this. I'm gonna set this up over here so that way we get the 6 shot. I'm not gonna record right now so Danny doesn't have a lot of footage. Just remind me. I'm going to remove the back. Ouch!
Gavin, big.
I've punched me strut. All right, guys.
Can we pick it up?
Yep, be careful not to damage the windshield. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, my goodies. Oh, wait, we didn't. Redo. We'll pretend. We'll overlay these shots like it happened twice. All right, ready and go.
Yeah! Nice. I love you guys. Be careful. I'll see you at the bottom.
Open the gate.
What? I'm coming to open gate. Don't hit. Don't hit. Danny, watch the other side.
So our hood vent here is from Track Spec, as you guys see, and they sent over this beautiful template which has lines that you punch these things out and then eventually you can draw with a Sharpie where you need to cut at. The template itself is to show how big the vent is going to be, and then nut and bolt, drill holes, nut and bolt, nut and bolt, nut and bolt all the way around, and the whole thing is held on like that. It's pretty simple. What we do need to figure out is exactly where to cut at first. So 65.5 divided by 2 is 32 3/4. So we need to mark a center line. Can you put some tape underneath that tape measure in the center? Okay, so that right there is the center line of the hood. Make a mark there. Measure 100 times if you need to. Cut 1 time.
Right there. Now we can tape it in place probably. Well, we may want to go ahead and punch out all these holes before we tape it too.
Okay, yeah. These don't have to be exactly torn out perfect either. These are just the cut lines. Well, don't do that. Oh my goodness, Donnie.
Yep.
That was a funny one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just did the same thing too. So.
Yeah, some of them aren't cut all the way through.
Or we could make a cut line with a knife and tape down the template and just take this knife and scratch hard into the fucking hood and cut a nice line into the paint and then mark it with a Sharpie after we pull it off. Let's do it. No, let's do it. I'm gonna go with my gut. That's a good idea.
It's like a tattoo.
Wow. This is hurting me a lot more than I thought it would.
This is a lot more satisfying for me than I thought.
You're doing good, Gavin. We're rooting for you.
Thank you, Danny. Oh. We're gonna combine ideas.
What's this? Oh dear.
Gavin's doodling.
With a knife.
That looks good. That looks good.
This is the medium part where it's hideous no matter who's doing it.
That's right.
You got it, Gavin.
All right. Danny's got my confidence up.
You got this!
Gang gang.
Gang, gang.
Just make sure you wear face protection later.
Place the leading edge of the center section.
I like how you just stopped talking like with the death of the GoPro.
He probably realized he still needs a template.
No, well, kind of.
Why didn't you read the instructions?
Wait, this is
Nick,
side
before we started.
I'm surprised
doing-
he's even doing this. Usually he would already be cutting by now. I'm surprised he used a Sharpie. Hell, he even had a tape measure. That's a real surprise. Honestly, I thought we were going to eyeball
They
it.
grow up so fast.
Okay, no, I think we did do it right.
See, Gavin, shit.
Here goes nothing.
Oh
Pretty straight.
You're in it now.
Straight cut.
Line 1 is down. Not too bad. Yeah, pretty straight.
close.
I think I can pry it off and get some pieces bent now. Hopefully, maybe not.
Probably still.
There's a lot of foam in between the two layers, so it might be like glued together.
Yeah, so I might need to cut the bottom out first. I'm thinking something like cut around here, down here. Can't forget.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some cutting.
Let's go, boy.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun.
dun, dun.
Should be everything, huh?
Huh?
So I think that's everything now.
Yeah, you might be able to just pull it out. Pull it straight up.
Yeah.
Nice. OEM as hell.
Nice, dude.
I'm so afraid of doing the forbidden slide. Oh, almost did. Oh, I did. No, I did. There it is. There's the forbidden slide.
Oh, did you go walking, Gavin?
Yeah.
Well, you bend the shit out the bit.
Because I had to get it to fucking bend into place. Done it. I honestly am really proud of us for today. This is not an easy feat or task by any means. This is some pretty advanced level body shop shit. I couldn't even find a shop anywhere local around here that would want to touch this shit, so yeah. Oh my god. Dude, that looks so fucking professional.
Yeah.
Guys, we did so great.
Professional.
Yeah, we did,
That's the first time I've ever heard you use that word seriously.
I know. I'm being genuine with that. This might be the very first professional install that we've done with fucking anything. And this shit came out the best in anything, so I don't want to hear it whenever everybody's bitching at me for using the wrong tools. Shit. Damn, son, that's a lot of fucking vent. All right.
Ready to drop down? Do a test fit.
Truth. Oh, what did I not think about is if this is gonna clear this. Oh, will it? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Danny.
Maybe. I think.
Bro, it is smashing that charge pipe. You know, I really wish I would have thought about this at least a little bit before cutting the entire fucking hood up. Oh yeah, no, like we're beyond balls deep. Loosen what? Try to squeeze what?
Loosen the clamp and just try and squeeze them in more to just re-angle it. Ooh, there it went.
Maybe a little better.
Yep, I can't even lie. I am 9 out of 10 satisfied with this. Only reason why it's not 10 out of 10 is because I got to figure out something for that fucking where it's hitting in the charge pipe, and that is it.
Good job.
It wasn't me.
I'm just congratulating everybody.
And inside of here, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Great work.
Yes.
Great work.
You did well.
Good
job, man.
That was such an earnest handshake. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
it really
you just
was.
like that was a great. It just nailed the interview.
Yep.
All right, time for dinner. Oh my god, dude. This thing looks so fucking aggressive. The hood pins and that vent just changed the entire look of this thing, in my opinion. That is so fucking sick. Now I just need a good clutch in this car and it's gonna be fucking set. All right, guys, we are merging onto the highway here in Mexico to go to dinner at a Mexican place. And before we get there, I gotta make sure that our hood pins and hood vent is doing its job. So we're gonna do a mild little flyby just to make sure that our hood isn't lifting the same way it was. Sure, shouldn't be, but I'm just gonna use that as an excuse for doing a little pull. All right, here goes the third gear motherfucking pull on street wheels. It definitely is so much slower on street wheels because it can't hook. And that was in sport mode, so that was on E, probably making 1,100, 1,000. Ah, man, this thing is so cool. It really is such a great car. Even after those pulls, IATs are only 9, 10 degrees above ambient air temp. That is so phenomenal. That was fun. Off to dinner we go. see you guys probably tomorrow. I don't fucking know. See you then.
Tomorrow for sure.
All this morning it has just been pouring, and finally we got a break in some of the rain, which means I've got time to do yet a few more mods to this car. I know you're probably wondering what on earth can I even add to this thing. I've got more, trust me. I'm gonna pull this car out real quick, and also we're gonna get started installing the last little bit of stuff that I have for this car. More little cosmetic things. We've got some carbon fiber mirror caps. We've also got some beautiful rear side markers here that are going to be replacing these old ones that we just have a layer of tint over. We've also got some rock guards that I've got to reinstall on the front wheels, keep rocks from getting thrown all over down the car. And we've also got the OG freaking coil covers from this car. We'll open these up in a second, you'll see. Back whenever we moved out of the shop in Louisiana, whenever I didn't even have the car, I had these coil covers sitting on the shelf, so I had to wrap these all up to keep them safe for the next few months until I finally had time to access them again with the car. And here they are. Oh my god, I love these. So they're like snake skin, blue, and I don't know, pretty cool little cup. Got our freaking coil covers, matching fuse box cover, as ricer as it gets. Let's go. This is a little old versus new. Doing all these upgrades to my base model GT350. Believe it or not, this bitch came with a 1980s calculator radio until I upgraded it to the CarPlay one. Check it out, cuff. It's got the other fucking carbon piece on the mirror. Alright guys, we got our ZL1 add-ons, rock guards that I'm going to install right here on the inside of the fender liner. Pretty simple install. I got these 3 push pins. I actually only have 2, but we're gonna take what we can get, and we're gonna clip it up here at the top. I've actually already had these on previously. We just now removed all the adhesive, and I'm gonna reinstall these things so that way we keep the doors and all that good stuff free of rock chips. So there we have it. Lucifer's street setup is officially complete. The only thing left that we need to do is bleed this damn brake fluid. I'll get that done, but after that, this car is pretty much perfectly fine and capable to do well over 200 miles an hour safely. We've even got a 4-point roll bar that we're going to be installing in the back of the car just for added safety in the next few weeks, hopefully, as well as some coilovers and some other suspension goodies that are just absolutely necessary on this thing. But for now, I'm going to go inside, get cleaned up, and we're going to go take this thing out to dinner. Guys, we just made it back home in Lucifer from watching it and taking it out, getting a few pictures. You can drop a few on screen, Daniel, but this thing is so freaking cool. We were actually, speaking of being cool, literally, we tested on the way back home, and I compared some IATs currently and also cylinder head temps as well as engine oil temps to previous, and about the exact same ambient air temperature outside, and the temperatures are drastically cooler, which means that my hypothesis was correct. I had a feeling that once we gave a large exit for all that air that has plenty of surface area to pass through the front, once we gave it an exit that completely, fully passed through, I thought that it was going to definitely keep temps down, and it is.
This thing looks so freaking good. I cannot even believe it. We got our rock guards on, hood pins installed, center hood louver installed, carbon fiber mirror caps installed, looking good. Under the hood is looking good. I'm just so happy with how this thing has come out.
With that being said, guys, that is probably going to be a wrap for today's video. Before you go, though,
do not forget, you got to go grab your entries in to win our Whipple Supercharged F-150.
we are giving this away to one of you guys, plus $10,000 in cash, and the deadline to get entered is counting down, and we've not got that much left, I'm telling you. Anyways, with that being said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next video.
It up like I'm Tyson, she's sucking me clean like a Dyson. I'm going back to my old ways. Fuck it, I think that they like it. Rolling up.
Why do you never use wrenches?
I do not.
Why not? You don't even use a crescent wrench. You use the biggest set
I do
of
not.
pliers.
I do not.
Are you compensating?
You know, thinking about it, I don't really know. That is kind of funny. I think it's because they're universal. Anything that you need, whether it be this big or that big, that will do the trick for sure. All right, guys, before we go, I told you we had something very special that we were going to be giving away. As you guys saw, we cut the freaking stock hood of the GT350 all up for this hood vent. It looks amazing, but we kept the scrap piece that we cut off. I signed it, and we're going to be giving it to one of you guys. So in the next few days, 10 times entries, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is live on itsjustasix.com right now for the Whipple F-150 plus $10,000 in cash. And for one of you guys that is purchasing off of the site within that period,
I'm gonna be picking to send this really cool piece of the GT350 to. I've never tried this before, and I've never given away any pieces to any of my cars before, though I have always kept something really cool. If you guys missed that, I've kept like one cool, interesting piece, and this is the first one that I'm ever gonna give away, so I signed it, and it should be pretty dope. But anyways, go grab your entries, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Up all of my problems and smoking them down in the backwood. Pray to the Heavenly Father, tell him that if I could change it, then I would.